58 AC. Kushan is a small power in Western Asia that is threatened by its neighbors and religiously divided. But as the king sits in this room, making plans for the future, the fate of Kushan is changing. Still, the omens predict dangerous times, and with Persia on one's border it was no surprise. Adding to that, Persia wasn't the only enemy of Kushan. Other rivals were Indo-Persia, a state next to Kushan with similar strengths, and Kanju, a smaller state to the north. But the worst part is that both rivals had an alliance cutting Kushan off from the rich Indian lands, and with that the only way to expand. At least one of the alliance had to be broken to ensure Kushan's future. But how? A direct attack against one of the rivals would be hard, but against an alliance, nearly impossible. But how? A weakness had to be found. A local rebellion, something, a war where only they are involved. Anything, a friendly rival. A friendly rival of Kanju existed, and it was possible to make an alliance. Just 10 more years and they could be asked for a favor. In the meantime, everything had to be ready or made ready. There was only one unused chess piece left that Kushan had access to, named Khwarezmia, a small state to the northwest that was isolated from the world. We declared war. And with overwhelming numbers and good coordination, it was no surprise that they fell quickly. Kushan now had the decision to either annex them, taking their income and manpower, or to vassalize them, stopping further religious conflicts in the empire and getting their army in fighting condition. In the end, Khwarezmia became a vassal of us, because we needed that extra fighting power. The rest of the time was used to build up the army. So, every peasant that the king could get his hands on was forced into the army. With an oversized army, a vassal and an extra alliance, Kushan was ready. The only thing left was a plan. The first move would be attacking Kanju to the north. Their army should be fought with a 3-on-1 without letting the enemy reinforce. After that, Kanju should be quickly sieged down, forcing them to accept a separate peace. Then Kashmir would be completely alone and easy prey. On the 1st of May, the day came where everything was ready. So we declared war. An attack from all sides started. Of at least 32,000 men, the land of the enemy was quickly sieged down, but Kanju's army escaped. Still, we could siege all of the enemy lands and hopefully separate peace them, even though it would be at the cost of our own population. With that, we continued sieging and hoping for the best. But on the 1st of March, we got this message. Indo-Persia had attacked Kashmir. This was dangerous, and if they are successful with their attack, they could permanently deny any access to Indian lands. The only other thing we could do would be an all-out war against Indo-Persia, and that's never a good idea with Persia on one's border. So, it was a race, a do or a die situation, and with that, everything was mobilized. Everything was given up, so we had a chance to be faster than Indo-Persia. But this was unsuccessful. The Indo-Persians were already sieging down Kashmir. The only thing left was their capital, but there was no hope. So, the Kushan king made one of the cruelest decisions. He ordered that every man in his army was to be sent to the capital of Kashmir. He condemned every man, woman and child, be it a civilian or a soldier in that province, to starvation. The Indo-Persians were shocked by this move. They later called the Kushan king to be an incarnation of the devil figure in Zoroastrianism. But because the Indo-Persians had already sieged down the rest of Kashmir, they backed down after 2 months and the capital fell into Kushan hands. Indo-Persia peaced out with Kashmir lands, having gotten what they wanted. The rest of the war with Kanju was quickly won, earning Kushan 2 further vassals. Still, an all-out war with Indo-Persia was now inevitable. Thanks for watching. I probably want to make a second episode, because this was pretty fun to make, but don't expect anything soon, because everything takes a time. And feedback is appreciated. That was it from me. Bye bye.